Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
This time I'd like to move over to mic 6.
Okay. All right.
Make that transition there.
Ooh.
I'll turn that down a little. It's a little bit hot.
Yeah, but I don't know. That mic makes your voice sound deeper.
Well, that's nice. I mean, that's a benefit. I'll be able to face you now when I talk to you and the guests that we have coming in.
Wonderful.
Because I'm on mic 6.
Yes. In Studio B.
Studio B, mic 6. Also mics 1 through 5 will be working today. We have guests coming in.
Wonderful.
Yes. Quite a few guests. It's going to be a busy Friday.
That's good.
Well, let's just tell you that we expect Travis Hansen in here shortly with Revolution Group, financial assistance that they are offering here in the area, and also Mid-Plains Community College. Teammates will be in the 8 o'clock hour as well, and the grand finale today, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
9 o'clock hour, we'll have Jessica Gibbons, and I believe Scotty Ross is coming along to talk about the inclusive playground.
Fantastic.
And get some details on, well, what are their goals and where they're at on their goal and what people can do to help and why we need the inclusive playground. Maybe there's still some people out there who don't understand what an inclusive playground provides. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited, and I'm going to introduce Jessica and Scotty to Gordy G. Gourd, the first gourd born out of the gourd patch. Happens to be a birdhouse gourd, very healthy looking, and a sibling right beside it.
Oh.
And I believe the Gordy G. Gourd will probably sell for a lot of money. There'll be a lot of demand for that one. And then, excuse me, then there's some other gourds that I'm going to show them real quick. And maybe we can make that happen if you'll engineer here. We'll
Absolutely.
Go out with a little portable unit we have, excuse me, and look over the gourds. Gail's in there, and Gerald, and some other gourds that
you've already named.
Yes,
Nice.
I might be able to introduce some of those gourds to the ladies, and maybe they can come up with some ideas on how to sell them at a profitable rate.
Yeah.
Although we didn't have I believe the production of the actual gourds that we were expecting, we didn't have the pollinating that we were hoping for. We had all kinds of blossoms and so forth, but we're short on bees back there. And I don't want to get you upset again, but it's all about the birds and the bees. And so we have a lot of foliage and a good number of gourds, don't get me wrong, but maybe coming up a little shorter than maybe what we had dreamed of. But I keep thinking about calling Amanda at the USDA and seeing if there's a gourd program, but I just sense from you that that's not something that you approve of, and I'm trying to get along with you and change my ways a little bit, not be quite so aggressive on things like, getting assistance for gourd crops. So today at this time I'm going to state that I'm not going to bother Amanda because you don't want me to.
Okay. Have we picked any gourds yet? We haven't picked any, right?
No.
They're not ready to be picked necessarily quite yet.
I don't think so. There's some monster gourds in there.
Yeah.
I'm almost afraid to show the girls today because I think they might run away.
Oh.
They're big.
Yeah.
But I might show them. I don't know. I'll see how they feel when they're back there, and we'll just walk out there, and then we'll take a little break and come back in because it's a little cool out there this morning.
It is.
And the grass is a little wet, and I don't want
feels great.
Yeah.
Fall is in the air, man. I love it.
It really is. It really is. So that's our show for today. And then also, Jeremy left us both a sheet about what's it like to win the lottery. It's very bottom one there for you.
Okay.
Now, he has interaction going on the Sandhills Express Facebook and so forth, and I think he's been communicating with some folks about the lottery and what they would do if they won the lottery.
Oh.
And I think it's quite inspiring to read what the folks would do if they won the lottery. Now, I will tell you right now, I didn't drive. My friend drove over to Ord yesterday because we have seen a blog on the internet that the Ord Pump and Pantry might be a hot spot.
Really? Okay.
And so I bought a ticket at the Ord Pump and Pantry
Oh, wow.
yesterday.
All right. So you're officially entered to win.
Yes. So you pick your hot spot, but be reasonable. Your odds of winning are almost nil, but somebody's going to win. And there's been a few people that have won like $2 million or $50,000. What's it up to now? Probably close to $2 billion prize.
Yeah, I don't know I know the last time when they didn't have a winner, it was $1.4 billion.
Right.
So I assume higher now. And the drawing's tomorrow? Saturday?
Saturday evening, I imagine. I'll be on pins and needles.
I'm sure.
So will everyone else who's purchased a ticket, or maybe you won't remember where you put it. You might want to, that might be the first thing you do, put it in a place you can remember where you can find it to see whether you won anything. But anyway, Jeremy did a great job. The people have been really responding to his question of asking, what would you do if you won the money? But he also, in Jeremy's style, gives us a little background here. What's it like to win the lottery? What experts say if you do win the lottery, what to do? And then the comments from the listeners. And we're going to get those in as we go along through the show today.
Okay.
I know that Travis Hansen will be in here in just a little bit, so we need to get busy and do our business.
He's a financial guy. He might be able to tell us what to do.
I imagine he has some ideas, and that's what one of the experts say to do is contact an attorney or a financial advisor you trust.
Aha. See?
So that, you don't get taken to the cleaners, especially if you win like $2 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it's in some people's minds, and I'll join that group, it's too much money in one spot. I think they could spread it out a little bit. But the other side of that is they sell more tickets when you get up to billions of dollars. Millions used to do it. Now it's got to be billions.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I'm on mic 6, by the way.
Yes.
Over
Sounding
here.
great today.
Oh, thanks. On mic 6, I would like to present to you the school lunch menus.
All right.
And you can use mic 2, which is your normal position in Studio B. Today at the Prairie Pioneer Center, they're going to be enjoying, let me get it out, chef salad with turkey, veggies, crackers, and fruit.
SEM today is serving a pizza burger at Sumner Eddyville Miller.
Anselmo Myrna, Italian chicken pasta with breadstick, pepperoni pizza, Uncrustable cheese, and cracker platter.
Sandhill School in Dunning today, chicken soft shell tacos at Sandhills.
At Ansley today, didn't mark off yesterday. Shame on me. At Ansley today, they're having nachos.
Gothenburg today, some of their choices include Italian chicken pasta with breadstick, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, the grill station combos, a cheeseburger basket, and a fresh-baked zesty combo sub. Some of your choices at Gothenburg today.
At Arcadia today, corn dogs, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
All right, Sargent today, cheeseburger, chips, baked beans, fruit cup, and milk at Sargent.
At Arnold, the Arnold schools will be featuring pizza today.
Cozad today, some of their choices will be chicken fried rice, also a cheeseburger, as well as the pizza bar and the sub bar at Cozad.
Litchfield, hot dogs, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
All right, last one I have is from Callaway. Callaway today serving meatball subs.
And the Broken Bow schools featuring Italian chicken pasta with breadstick, Pizza Hut pizza, fresh baked zesty combo sub, Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter. The grill station will feature the combo spicy chicken sandwich basket. That's your school lunch menus for this 5th day of September 2025.
All right.
And it looks like Travis is here, so we'll just invite him on in and get him settled. While we get Travis settled, let's play the game and see if we can give away a prize. And also, if the contestant answers correctly, we'll also make a $5 donation to the Inclusive Playground Drive.
All right. We're asking questions about football, testing your knowledge about football terms, penalties, etc. NFL started last night.
Yeah,
they had a weather delay just like we did in high school football last Friday.
Yeah, they had a lot of spitting going on, too.
Oh, man. I didn't see that, but I heard about it. That's terrible. In fact, that was a penalty, is what I was told.
It was.
I got kicked out. Okay, here's your question for today. What's a Hail Mary? In the sport of football, what is a Hail Mary? A play where the quarterback tosses the football to a running back and the running back becomes the quarterback. A play when the receivers are all sent downfield toward the end zone for a touchdown. It's another name for a defensive sack or another name for a field goal. What is a Hail Mary? A play where the quarterback tosses the football to a running back and the running back becomes the quarterback. A play when everybody goes downfield toward the end zone for a touchdown. It's another name for a defensive sack or another name for a field goal. If you know what a Hail Mary is, call us at 872-2801.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought a Hail Mary was at a Catholic wake.
Possibly, yeah.
But I guess not.
Well, this, yeah, it could be, but this is football. So what does it mean in the football world? The term Hail Mary.
Football. Okay.
Yeah. I believe Roger Staubach was the one that kind of created the term Hail Mary.
Was he Catholic?
I don't know about that, but he did something, and then at the end they asked him about it, and he says, "Well, I just said a Hail Mary."
Well, the phone is ringing, and we've been talking about Hail Mary, so I'm going to just bring up our contestant.
Okay.
Good morning. Who do we have on the phone?
Well, this is Sandy.
Sandy, how you doing?
Yeah, how are you guys? I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Well, I'm curious. Do you prefer Sandra or Sandy?
Sandy's fine.
Okay, all right. Sandy, here's your question. Do you want to just answer it? Because I think most football fans know what the Hail Mary is.
Yeah, that's when everybody goes downfield.
That's right.
That's right.
I need to get my bell out.
Yep. Fact, we last year there was a Hail Mary.
Yes, there was.
As the Washington Commanders defeated the Chicago Bears on a Hail Mary last year. Not that bothered me at all or anything like that. But anyway, because you've answered correctly, Sandy, we have a certificate that's going to get you a free drink from the Secret Garden. And Dave is going to make a donation on your behalf to the Inclusive Playground Project at North Park Elementary School. So we appreciate you calling.
Nice.
Well, thank you.
That's really nice.
Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate you calling in. Take care.
Yep, you guys have a good day.
You too. All right, Travis Hansen is here. He's going to give us an idea what to do if we win $2 billion. Well, after taxes, we have $2 billion left to invest. We'll ask Travis, what do we do with that money with the Revolution Group? That's next.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
At Team Physical Therapy, we offer extended hours 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and walk-ins are always welcome because we feel convenience couldn't be more important when it comes to your health. Even further, we can visit you in-home for physical therapy if you can't make it to our office. From pre- and post-pregnancy pain to dry needling and everything in between, call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or visit us at myteampt.com. It's your choice. Choose right. Choose Team Physical Therapy.
Napa know-how.
No matter what you drive, you need to depend on it, and that all depends on good maintenance. Good thing WinQuest Napa Filter Sale is September 2nd through the 13th. Stop in and stock up on quality Napa.
Good morning, Dave. Brent, how we doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to have you here. You're so darn special. I'm on mic 6 for you.
Wow.
That way we can talk financial face to face, eye to eye.
I do feel special, but I am looking forward to you calling after you win the Powerball, and we can get you taken care of 100%.
All right. Now, I am curious, honestly, because this applies if somehow you came into some money unexpectedly or something happened that you did expect where you had money in your hands that you needed to invest. I don't want to take you too far off this, but as Americans here in America, when we get money and we want to invest it, we want to avoid paying taxes.
That's exactly right.
I've always said, we as Americans, for some reason, that's why we're here. We left Great Britain because we hated taxes and we still don't like them.
I think the most important thing, if you were to come into a sum of money like that, or if you do have money to invest, is to plan for the long term.
Okay.
And so tax planning, again, there's an important part of that happens every year. But I always think of taxes in a long-term sense, and to make the taxes as efficient as possible, because you can never avoid taxes completely, right? Unfortunately, unless you maybe move away from this great country. But to be, part of a resident here, obviously you're going to have to pay some taxes. So, we take a really long-term view on taxes, is how I would say that. But yeah, this morning, guys, again, if nobody's heard of us, we're Revolution Group. We're a Nebraska-born company that creates custom wealth strategies. We really like to say that we help Nebraskans grow and protect their hard-earned legacies. And so this morning, what I'd like to talk to the listeners about is preserving your wealth through a transition.
Okay.
And that's really important because life is full of transitions, right? I mean, if you think about next generations and, ultimately, someday we're going to pass on, and there's there's transitions before that happens. So whether you sell a business or you're selling, part of, a real estate holding, or you're bringing a next generation into an operation, there's always transitions. And so, again, transitions are part of life, and, helping people with their investments through those transitions is key to what we do. Again, there's so many transitions that we help people with, whether it's a business is selling or a business is changing hands, or if you're transitioning out of a career and you've been really successful and built up a large 401k, but now you need to know, okay, what does this look like during retirement? My needs are going to change. There's always transitions. But what I'd like to talk to the listeners this morning about is transitions within the agriculture space.
I was going to ask you, what about ag? So, perfect.
Ag is fantastic, and it's a huge part of what makes this part of the country so great. And there's so much wealth that's created, within the agriculture space, and transitioning that is key. And I think a lot of people have questions about that, and rightfully so, because there's a lot of different things that come into play when you think about transitioning wealth, especially within the agriculture community. The key part is to realize that no operation is the same, right? And that's easy to say, but when you really dive into it, there's so many different moving parts to an agriculture operation. There's family dynamics, and the family dynamics can be, what does the next generation look like? Are they going to be involved in the operation? Are they going to come back and be active? Or are we going to transition from, an active management to maybe we're going to cash rent the grain out? And that's what the next generation looks like. And, people have questions about that. And so I just want to encourage all the listeners this morning to be proactive when you think about transitions, right? And to plan ahead. And so if, again, with the family dynamic, if that next generation is not going to be active in the operation, there's a lot of tools that you can use when you move to transition that into, okay, we're going to cash rent this out. What does that look like? How do we manage that cash flow? What do we do with that money? How does that make sense? Another thing that I would encourage everybody to ask the questions of is are we structured properly? So many agriculture operations, go through those transitions of, well, Grandpa was a sole proprietorship. It was just in his name, and the next generation continued that on. Do we need to consider incorporating? Do we need to, is the farm held in an LLC or a partnership? Does that make sense for the next generation? What does that look like? So again, transitions can be scary, but with the right amount of planning, you can be really successful at that. Another thing to consider during transitions, again, and you alluded to this earlier, is taxes, right? What is the tax implications of everything that we're doing? Is our tax structure going to change if we, move from an active operation to, cash renting grain out, or, bringing the next generation on and making sure that they understand how taxes are involved? And then what I would really love to encourage everybody to consider is incorporating investing into those transitions, right? And so, again, with an agriculture operation, there's large dollar amounts involved, right? I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, it wasn't that long ago that a combine cost $350,000, right? They don't cost that anymore. I mean, it's upwards to $1 million on lots of this equipment. So there's large dollars involved with that. And if you're not thinking about investments as part of the overall plan, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities. So again, Revolution Group, we have a full team on staff with us. Again, I split my time between Broken Bow and Omaha. And our main office in Omaha, we have CPA on staff. We have, experts in these different fields of, planning and structures and estate planning and taxes. And what we where we really shine is incorporating investing into all of those discussions, because there's so much more that you can do, with a large amount of money other than, a CD at the bank, or I'm gonna just kind of hold it over here. You're missing out on opportunities. And so we build custom wealth portfolios, and we incorporate things within those portfolios that do take advantage of, there's tax advantages that you can use within investing, and a lot of people don't understand that. And some people and even people in my family or people that are involved in agriculture, maybe they don't have much experience with investing, and that's, use us as a resource 100%, because we can come alongside and incorporate, an investment strategy along with the operation, and especially as you look forward into those transitions, if that makes sense.
It does. Excuse me. I think question I would have is, you have all these tools available, and of all the points you made, they're all great: taxes, investments, family dynamics. The structure part of it is interesting, because I would imagine when you say we can customize moving forward, you have to have an understanding of the different types of corporations and different sorts of things, which a lot of us don't even understand who are a part of a corporation, right?
Yep, you bet. And there's different tax structures to each and benefits to each, and we're happy to have those conversations. We pride ourselves on working alongside with people, and so a lot of operations or businesses, they have an attorney that they've always worked with, or they have a CPA that they've always worked with, and that's fantastic. Just bring us into that conversation, and we can kind of help bridge that gap on some of these more complex issues that maybe your team has not had experience with. And again, the really cool part about what people can do with investments is incorporate it into the overall strategy. We've met with clients before, and sometimes investments are kind of a side note. They kind of put it off to the side. Well, we have some money over here, and yeah, it's in stocks or bonds or a balanced portfolio or something like that. We don't really think much about it, and you're missing opportunities there, because what we see really successful clients do is they view investments as part of the overall strategy, and especially as it comes into transition, right? And it's not just put off to the side. It's part of the planning. It's part of the overall tax structure. It's really an all-inclusive, comprehensive view of everything that they have going on. And so, again, there's opportunities there. with the investment portfolios that we build and create, there's kind of a common misconception that you have to take more risk to get a better return. And that's simply not the case if you're in the right investments. And so, we love to have the conversation. So please get a hold of us. But we can show you, with the right type of investments, you can actually lower your risk, and that's all. It's all measurable with math, And if you're in the right type of categories, you can lower your risk and most times still beat benchmarks and have a good return on that. So, but again, I would just encourage the listeners out there and to look forward into transitions, lean into them. Don't be scared of them. I think the worst thing that somebody can do is just put off a conversation. And I've seen that my whole entire career is, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later, right?
All the time, yes.
Yeah, I'm guilty of it. Brent's not. Brent's
Oh, no.
very forward thinking.
Yeah.
So the number that you have here, 402-933-3371, does that go direct to you, Travis?
Yep. Well, that hits the office, and they can get directly to my cell phone. So, yeah, again, 402-933-3371. Give us a call. We would love to have that conversation. Again, if you have a transition coming up, if you know that there's something coming on the line, especially within an ag operation, be proactive about that. I would encourage you to incorporate investments into that conversation so that that next generation is better off, and don't wait. And so again, make the call, make the plan. There's tools that you can use to transition that wealth and grow it for the next generation.
All right. They can also go to the website, which is revgroupllc.com.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. Check us out there. And feel free to send me an email, too, if you want to do that. It's at thanson@revgroupllc.com. We're here to help. We've helped so many clients over the years transition, and the next generation is better off because of it. And we want to see everybody succeed. And I've said it here before, but a rising tide lifts all boats. And that's 100% my outlook and the outlook of the team. We're here to help, and especially during those seasons of transition.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in again. And if anybody out there listening, or if yours truly happens to win the lotto on Saturday, first call should be to Travis here.
100%. We will go out to a nice dinner and make sure that you're taken care of. Absolutely.
And hey, Travis, if I do win, I'm buying you dinner.
Okay, deal.
Wow, what a guy.
Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be able to.
You know what? On Saturday, I won't even plan dinner because I'll just expect a call from you.
Well, that would be pretty amazing, but not likely to happen. I think the long-term planning in the real world is probably a better way to go.
Yeah, you should probably maybe not count on that 100% yet.
But planning ahead. Now, real quick, we got about a minute here. On the ag side, and you were talking about sitting down and talking about what are we LLC or that sort of thing. Those things take a little time to change if you needed to change them. So I would think sooner than later would be better to talk to you about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, especially if you have a transition coming up in mind, whether that's to the next generation or a change in the operation or anything like that. Give us a call. It doesn't cost anything to talk, and we're happy to, point you in the right direction. And if we can help, we'd be happy to.
All right, it's good to see you. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely, appreciate you guys.
You bet. We'll take a time out with the news.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. What could be a telling report on the jobs market is just in. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says employers added only 22,000 positions in August. That compares to 73,000 the month before. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
In the July report, there were huge revisions to the previous 2 months, which prompted President Trump's firing of a Bureau of Labor Statistics official.
He claimed those numbers were rigged. As for the new ones and a possible interest rate cut, bank Great's Mark Hamrick.
This will be one of 3 reports the Federal Reserve is watching very closely. After the jobs report, we'll have the Consumer Price Index, the Producer Price Index later in the month, and all of that sets the stage for a possible interest rate cut as the Fed gravitates toward growing concern about weakness in the job market.
The unemployment rate went from 4.2 to 4.3% in August. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri, coming this October.
You don't look like police. I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSMB, due to local workforce demand, business and academic transfer courses and programs are more popular with students, and it's showing in Central Community College's enrollment numbers. In a press release, the Central Community College reported a total enrollment of 6,841 students for the fall semester. The school said it was almost 300 more students than last year. The enrollment for the fall semester, especially for part-time students, is expected to grow throughout the fall semester. The total number of students includes online and on-campus enrollment across the central Nebraska area, including Grand Island, Hastings, Columbus, Lexington, Holdridge, Kearney, and Lexington. CCC Administrator says this follows the successful completion of the 2024-2025 school year that has also experienced enrollment growth and a high number of CCC graduates earning certificates, degrees, and diplomas. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monty Bolaños.
The first game of the NFL's regular season had a little bit of everything, including a weather delay as the Eagles defeated the Cowboys 24-20. But before the first snap, Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter was ejected for unsportsmanlike conduct after he spit on Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott. Video later surfaced showing that Prescott spit in the direction of Carter first.
I probably spit 1,000 times throughout the game. I mean, especially game day, maybe even in general. It's something I guess I'm not proud of. But in that case, he was trolling, I guess you could say, trying to mess with Tyler Booker. I was just looking at him. I was right here by the 2 linemen, and guess I needed to spit, and I wasn't going to spit on my lineman, and I just spit ahead.
Saquon Barkley had 18 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown in the win. In baseball, the Pirates topped the Dodgers 5-3 to complete the 3-game sweep. Yankees beat the Astros 8-4, and the Rays extended their winning streak to 7 after defeating the Guardians 4-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Mainly clear today with daytime highs approaching 67. Northwesterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, lows around 40. Ample sunshine expected tomorrow, high of 70. A blend of clouds and sun Sunday with a high of 73. 79 Monday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help you make them feel a little less unexpected. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:04, let's go outside and see what it really feels like with Jack Simpson. Jack, what's it like out there?
Absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful day. It's Friday. It's 50 degrees outside. Cloudy skies, although there are a few peaks of sun coming through the clouds. Winds out of the north and northwest from 5 to 10. Barometric pressure at 30.09 with humidity at 74. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month at 200s. A high yesterday of 76. Overnight low of 50. Sun set today 8:04. Looks like the traffic is flowing both ways this morning. So
yeah, Brent was mentioning he didn't see the little stop sign arm in our area, so we don't know what it's like on down the highway. But right now it looks like, hey, we might have two-way traffic for a while here, right?
Sounds like it.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
All right, we're going to take a time out. We have more guests coming in. More guests are on their way here this morning, so stay tuned.
Finding the vitamins and supplements you need shouldn't be like finding a needle in a haystack, and it isn't with the help of Varney Pharmacy. Their selection is wide and their shelves are organized and easy to browse. Vitamin B12, vitamin C, biotin, cranberry, iron, vitamin D3, vitamin E, calcium, fish oil, flaxseed, and beyond are all at Varney Pharmacy, ready for your cabinet at home. Whether it's gummies, chewables, or tablets, vitamins and supplements are at Varney Pharmacy, downtown Broken Bow.
This is Maggie from Nebraska State Bank, and I've got exciting news. We've given our website a total makeover that's fresh, intuitive, and designed with you in mind. It's easier to use, packed with helpful tools, and has everything from side-by-side account comparisons to quick videos on fraud tips and how to save smarter. All there to help support your personal, ag, or business banking needs. Drop by nesb.bank and explore the future of community banking online. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
8:07. Our guests are in. Pastor Phil is here. Deb McCaslin is here to talk about teammates. Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you both.
I like you guys' shirts. They're snappy.
Well, I have on the official teammates.
You do.
She does. The Rotary shirt kind of works because it's the same kind of red. So
my team sheet shirt happens in the dirty clothes. So
it's been a busy week for teammates.
It's been a busy week, and I didn't want to come in smelly.
Well, we appreciate that.
I thought you would.
I don't know if we can return the favor, but I'm glad. You've been busy. Talk about that, guys.
Oh, it's been a great week. Wednesday we had our launching with a teammates mentors breakfast this week. And we added quite a few people on Wednesday because Tiffany Nicholas, who's our regional coordinator, she works for the national office, was in town for the day, and we did lots of stops. And it was just a very productive day.
And then a week before that, when North Park had their open house, the teammates table was there, and we were staffed with Colleen Gates and Betsy Smith and myself. And we had a really good evening that night as well, because during the open house we recruited quite a few new mentees. We got a nice crop of young people coming in, and hopefully sowed some seeds for some others. So we're in the position now of being looking for mentors. So
yes, because we added 9 new mentees on Wednesday night. You guys signed up.
I think we signed up 7, and we had 2 that hadn't gotten matched from the year before, right?
Up to 9 for new ones.
Oh, up to 9 for new ones. Wow, We're almost to a dozen of the kids that need a mentor. So we're in really kind of an exciting spot here. But we come to you with a certain sense of need. We need you all to help us get the word out.
And we are never short of mentees because there's always other kids that would like to sign up, but we need to have the mentors for them. And so we are still in need, and it's really kind of a cool program.
It is, and we need the men out there to step up because our mentor pool is almost entirely made up of women at this point. There's a handful of us guys, and there's really something about having the ability to match a male volunteer mentor to a boy that, it's a good thing to have a male presence in their lives. And so I am challenging all you guys out there to kind of take up the challenge, because it's just not even an hour a week that you're committing yourself to, and it's a really important thing that you can have a big impact on a kid's life. So,
I think this is an obvious answer to my question, but since you added, this was all elementary kids, because that's where you were at, or is this a mix of different ages?
It's a mix.
Okay.
There were 7 of them that were added at the elementary school, but we've gotten a couple of more now at the junior high.
Junior high, okay. All right. So.
And I'd like to throw out there that there are several times during the day that you could schedule to meet. For the elementary school, you can meet for breakfast, and that goes from 7:30 to 8, or for lunch, and that depends on what grade that the student is in, 3rd, 4th, or 5th, because each of them meet at a different little, because they have to rotate in and out. But at the high school, you can meet for breakfast, for lunch, or during their bow time. So for those of you out there that, work that job where you just can't be gone at noon, there are other times that do work out just fine. And also you can meet after school as well.
Is that for junior high and high school?
It's also for elementary if they happen to be in the Super Clubs program.
Okay.
But that's not the first choice.
No.
For the elementary, but it is a possibility.
And we always talk about this because I think we need to, and that is the fact that if you're out there listening and you're thinking, you know what, I'm a guy, it's time for me to step up, or I'm a gal and I'd like to become involved in this, you do need to expect to go through some clearance, right?
Right.
Yes, we do a background check on everyone. It's, you're not singled out or anything like that. I've had a background check every 5 years I've been in the program, and Phil's gone through several, because if you volunteer for one program and they require it, and you sign up for us, guess what? We're going to do our own. So it is a requirement, and that is for the safety of the students, and that's something we just cannot budge on.
Yeah.
And then also, there was something else I was going to say, but I forgot.
Well,
so you go ahead.
It's very easy to get started in the process. It simply is a matter of going to the website, teammates.org, and you can initiate the process there. There's a tab you click on to say, I want to become a mentor. And so there's a fairly short application form online, and that initiates this process of getting the background check done and all of that. You also do, I think it's an online training, right?
Right. There's an online training, and it takes a little less than an hour, but it is done through online, and then there's a little bit of a Zoom.
And then our local program coordinator for the Broken Bow chapter, Mathia Shoemaker, she will have an in-person training with each of the mentors. And again, not really long. So, it does. It may take you a couple of hours maybe to get through all of that, but it isn't that bad as far as the number of hoops you have to jump through. So.
And the in-person with Mathia, one of the purposes of that is to get you matched with the right student, because we do try to match through interests. And we're talking about, having the guys step up and everything.
Yes.
We had one gentleman who was a mentor for several years, and he built some really cool model rockets with his student.
Wow.
And if you want to do, the program will purchase the kits and the materials to do this.
Wow.
And I've also had this question of, oh my gosh, how much does it cost me to sign up? What is that background check? Because background checks can be expensive. How much is it going to cost me to do that? Absolutely nothing, because we pick up those bills.
Okay. It's amazing if you think about the beginning of Teammates when Tom Osborne was here at one of the Custer County Economic Development meetings, encouraging people to get started with this, because his wife actually, I think, was the brainchild of all this. And look where it is now. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was back in the late 90s when he was here, and that's what it was his visit to here, and I believe that was in Stuart Fox's backyard, if I
It
remember
was,
correctly.
yes.
And that's what launched all of this,
Mm-hmm.
that got us all really pumped up about it. But back in 1991, when his wife encouraged him to do it, he thought, okay, where can I get the mentors? And she looks at him and goes, are you kidding me? Your football team. So he went and he asked the football team who would do it. And he had 21 of his players step up that year. And they mentored all year. They all had high school kids. And of those 21 kids, 20 graduated from high school and 19 went on to graduate from college.
Yeah.
And they really credit it to their mentoring that year. So that's the kind of difference you can make.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And Tracy was telling us at our breakfast Wednesday that recently Teammates expanded into Missouri. So that means that Teammates has chapters in 6 different states.
6 states.
It's kind of like Runza, it started off right in Nebraska, and it's just gradually expanding.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe we're even going a little faster than the
I think you
Runza
are.
expansion.
You are.
I love the transition. Pastor Phil, that was perfect. Can we talk about Runza?
We certainly can.
We
yes.
have a Runza Day coming up September 23rd. And for you businesses out there, if you would like to pre-order Runzas for your staff, you can give us a call and we can make that happen. We do ask for the order 1 week ahead of time because we do have to make them before they get into their lunch hour risk. And we will, if you're in Broken Bow, we'll deliver them to your business. So you can call in, order them for your staff. 10% of that will come back to our chapter, and we'll deliver them to you. But like I said, we do have to.
What's that date again?
The 23rd of September.
23rd.
So
okay.
think up a
Okay.
week ahead of time. And we've had several businesses who have placed that order already.
But that applies to everyone who buys any meals at Runza that whole day. So
Yes.
all of the general public can also get part of this.
That's right.
Right?
So come out to Runza on the 23rd and help Broken Bow teammates. And we might even bend your ear if you come in and hand you a little flyer.
Well, that won't hurt anything.
No, they've seen me do it before.
Yeah.
So the funds that are raised that go back to the Broken Bow chapter, what are they necessarily used for? Is it background checks like you talked about? Is it other
we use them for
things, or-
background checks. We use them for our activities and to buy supplies. And if you've walked into the school and you see that incredible book machine there, we just finished restocking that book machine and different things like that. And also at Runza that day, we're sharing it with the Teammates chapters in Callaway and Anselmo Myrna.
Great.
So everything stays local for within the county.
Good.
That's great. Wow. You covered a lot of ground today, guys.
Well, we try.
Is there anything else that we didn't talk about that you wanted to mention?
Well, really get out and think about being a mentor. And if you think, oh, I don't have the skills, I don't know what to talk about, the kids will take care of that. You'll know more about what's on the music scene than you ever thought you would learn. And the favorite part to me is, as a grandparent, I'm in that school every week. I get to see the kids. I get to see the art on the wall and what they're doing, and it's just an exciting element to be part of.
The North Park School is an amazing place. With the preschool and everything all together, I think last year they had 450 students. So it's a busy place, and it is fun to be there.
And because mine, I happen to pick up mine at the same time that kindergartners were usually coming back in the preschool from lunch. I think I tied at least one shoe a week. I'm very good at tying shoes.
Sounds like fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thanks for
Appreciate
having
it
us
very
out.
much.
Okay.
We'll take a time out with these words.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
The Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington are home to the 2025 Nebraska State Rodeo Association Finals. September 5th, the rodeo kicks everything off at 7 with an EMT First Responders Appreciation and a Calcutta to follow. Saturday is College Fan Day. Steer roping starts at 9 a.m. with rodeo at 7 p.m. Rascal Martinez ends the day from 9 to midnight. Sunday, it's Cowboy Church at 8 with an afternoon rodeo at 1. Friday to Sunday, the 5th to the 7th, finals rodeo action at the Dawson County Fairgrounds. For tickets or more information, go to DawsonCountyFair.com. Sponsored by Lexington Tourism. In the waning moments of the growing season, it's time to start thinking about soil health, as well as fall and winter grazing options. Aero Aviation of Broken Bow can fly on cover crop mixes into your standing crops right now. Then you have seeds sprouted before harvesting the main crop, giving the mix a longer growing season. Call Aero Aviation for more at 872-5113.
8:20 is your time. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Thanks to our guests so far today. And we have more coming in. I want to thank Revolution Group, Travis Hansen, and, of course, Pastor Phil and Deb McCaslin just in for teammates. Yet to come on our guest list, Mid-Plains Community College. And in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to be visiting with Jessica Gibbons and Scotty Ross. And there may be others. I have those two names down here that they're going to be here to talk about the inclusive playground. And we're going to show them our gourd patch out back, and then sit down and talk about where we're at with goals on the Inclusive Playground Fund Drive.
Good. Yeah, look forward to that.
All right. Let's see here. Got my list. I think we have a little time here. Let's talk about, I wanted to find that one little sheet that Jeremy provided to us about the lottery. What would you do if you won the lottery? Well, here's some information that Jeremy's provided that is a little background. Timothy Schultz won the $28 million Powerball back in 1991 when he was age 21, only 21 at that time. He was working at a gas station in Iowa trying to put himself through school. One day he woke up, his father was banging on the door shouting he himself had sold the winning ticket, not knowing that he'd sold it to himself, so he won the money. Wow. So that would be he said it was like surreal. Schultz compared the numbers to the newspaper. They matched, saying it was surreal and euphoric, and he felt like he was living in a movie. Well, then comes reality. And here's what the experts say if you win. Brent, would you like to pass that along?
Yeah, sure. If you win the lottery, here's what you should do. Number one, connect with an attorney or financial advisor you trust. I think we should emphasize the you trust part. They will tell you to secure the ticket. It's worth millions of dollars, or over $1 billion in this case. A safety deposit box is a good idea, they say. You can also use those professionals as gatekeepers when dealing with other people who want to have conversations with you about your just claimed money. And, we know this, prepare to be taxed.
Yes.
It is not tax-free if you win the lottery. And then I think this is a good one. Stay grounded. You'll feel like you have a magic wand and can do whatever you want, but be financially responsible if you want to make it last.
And we know the odds of winning the $1.5 billion or near $2 billion, and after taxes you would have, close to $1 billion. They'll take at least half in the tax side of things. But there's other people out there who are winning $1 million or $2 million or $50,000, and I would think that same list of advisements would apply.
Right.
Now, the comments from the listeners, I think, are fantastic. This is some comments that Jeremy has been receiving from his post on Sandhills Express Facebook page. And this one is a pretty common one, I think. Pay off the bills, buy a new house, and see the world if I won the lotto. A party says they would build a Sargent swimming pool and then affordable housing. One party says, I would give to the church, start a dog rescue, bless friends with some of their dreams. I like this one. It's realistic.
Yes.
Stay silent and go hide.
Uh-huh.
Build a new home, pay off a debt of the family, and travel. I like this one. Fund disease research or give a donation to St. Jude's. And buy some replacement heifers and hope to win again next year.
That was one of my favorites. I like that one.
Go ahead, Brent, with some more.
Let's see some other comments from our listeners, what they would do if they won the lottery. This one says give most away, and then they mentioned several people, or I guess several people mentioned this, give most away. One would retire. This is a good one. Make sure there are no kids in Custer County with a lunch bill ever again. Hide $100 bills under formula lids. Pay all grocery bills at the store for a day or week. $1 billion is more than anyone could ever need. I would benefit, but think of the awesome feeling of being able to change someone's life just because you can. Another person wrote, rebuild the lodge and camp at Halsey. Like that one. Build Sergeant a pool. We've had that a few times mentioned. Build new livestock barns at the Custer County Fairgrounds and create funds for Custer County kids at the foundation. Do good until the money runs out. And then a couple of others that are listed. Make sure rural fire and EMS have necessary equipment and reliable vehicles. Fund a low-cost spay and neuter clinic for low-income pet owners and strays.
Like that one.
Yeah, so those are some of the comments we received from people who were checking out the post on Facebook.
All right. Jeremy, thanks for putting that on paper for us. Those are great comments from people that you've been communicating with on the Sandhills Post. Let's take a look at today's schedule. Well, it looks to me like Brent could cover this for us on a Friday. Friday night lights pregame shows, doubleheader in football. It's all happening today and tonight.
Yep. Second week of the high school football season. Another Football Friday is upon us. And as far as what we'll be covering for you today, of course, we'll be covering Broken Bow football. We'll be on the road. Broken Bow with their road opener today as they travel out west to take on Ogallala. So it'll be a battle of the Indians tonight. And we'll broadcast Broken Bow football like we always do on KCNI Radio, 96.3 FM, KCNI1280.com, and the free KCNI Pure Country app. Kickoff for the game will be 7 o'clock Central Time, and our coverage will start with the Custer Electric and Irrigation pregame show at 6. Our area game of the week will take us to Sargent tonight, where Twin Loop will play their home opener as they host Riverside. We'll have that game for you on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Also the free KBBN Thunderbird app. Jeremy and Larry will call that game for you. You can listen to it on KBBN Radio. Kickoff is also set for 7 o'clock. And our coverage of the area game of the week will start with the consolidated pregame show at 6 o'clock tonight.
And looking at Saturday, Fighting the Good Fight in a Fallen World Women's event will be held from 9 a.m. until noon at the Callaway Community Church. And, of course, Nebraska football as they take on Akron, airtime 4:30. So that means
kickoff at 6:30.
Kickoff at 6:30, okay. And that will be on KBBN if you don't want to plant yourself in front of the tube and be out doing some things. Hey, you can listen to the guys call it on the radio. Sunday, the Elks Golf Tournament will be held at the Broken Bow Golf Club. 8:30 a.m. registration, 9:30 a.m. shotgun start. And Brent also has scheduled Nebraska volleyball. They take on California, airtime noon on KBBN.
Yes, and just a quick programming note for KBBN listeners, because Nebraska is playing a night game. If you're a fan of Little Stevie's Underground Garage radio show, because of Husker football, that show will air on Sunday night this weekend from 8 to 10.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, the theme today, I don't know how much music we're going to play today because we do have lots of things going on with guests and such, but I just run onto the word old.
Okay.
And I thought, I'm going to see what songs are about old in one way or another.
Oh, I bet there's a lot that have old in the title.
There really are.
Yeah.
And it makes it very clear that old is a good thing.
Yeah.
Most of the songs that have a old in the title are about good things. And this is an example from the group Chicago.
Here to help take the first steps toward healing. Personalized care, cutting-edge treatments, and results that speak for themselves. Rise, Rehab, and Performance. 872-5800. We rehab, you recover, then rise.
8:34 is your time. The Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Nebraska, have been serving this area for many years, and they continue to evolve, make some changes, do some things differently to serve you. And they serve their daily specials Monday through Friday for lunch, and they have the Sunday buffet as well. They have the Wake and Bake Nook open every Monday through Friday until 6 p.m. Each Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 11 a.m. you'll find delicious breakfast items, including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and more. Stop by their Wake and Bake Nook for a nice selection of casseroles later on in the day to take home and pop in the oven for those busy nights that everybody's enduring. And by the way, stop by Cracker Jack Sport Bar and Grill, west side of the Tumbleweed, 7 days a week. They're open from 5 until 10 p.m. Grill is on until Carmen walks out the door. Nightly food specials, delicious sports bar food like cheese, cigars, wigs. I wonder what a wig would taste like. Maybe a little bit like a hairy wing. But anyway, wings. Clubhouse flatbreads, burgers, Cracker Jack fry basket, and drinks await. The Tumbleweed Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill open 7 days a week.
Hey, it's going to be a big weekend in Lexington because the Nebraska State Rodeo Association finals are in town at the Dawson County Fairgrounds, and it will get started tonight. The opening performance of the finals will be tonight at 7 p.m. It's going to be EMT and First Responders Appreciation Night at the rodeo. Then they'll have a Calcutta following the rodeo performance tonight. Rodeo performances will continue through the weekend on Saturday, September 6th. Rodeo performance at 7 p.m. Following that, Rascal Martinez will be performing from 9 to midnight. On Sunday, September 7th, it'll be the final performance of the rodeo. It's also Military Appreciation Day with the rodeo performance at 1 o'clock. That's the Nebraska State Rodeo Association Finals at Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington. They've been competing all summer long for the opportunity to qualify for the finals, and now they'll be going for the championship in their respective events. So check it out, Nebraska State Rodeo Association Finals this weekend at the Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington.
Casey's up to bat right after these words.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the excitement of a new season at The Secret Garden. Their new fall decor is out, and if you find anything with yellow, you'll save 20%. Yes, even on fall decor. Enjoy a delicious latte or blended drink, or grab a tasty $5 lunch while you shop. Isaiah 40 verse 8 says, "The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God stands forever." The Secret Garden, open Fridays 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturdays 8:30 to 4:30. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92, then a half a mile north.
8:37. Always good to have our guests walk through the door, and Casey Johnson is here to talk about Mid-Plains Community College, and it's kind of nice knowing that you didn't have to endure the traffic stops this morning. It was a little better. At least right here, we're not sure about on down the highway, but
yeah, I think that's been the most challenging part all summer long, is you just never knew what you were going to be up against when you got to town.
Or traveling anywhere. There's so much road construction going on down by Hazard, and I think there's some south of Ansley going on now, and they were working up north of Sargent and the Taylor area earlier. So it's all good because it's all making our roads better. And as human beings, we like to complain. We complain about when we can't get through, and then we complain about the bumps in the road if they're not fixed.
That is our nature.
We're just never happy.
We are not. We are not. But we're happy with Mid-Plains because it's a busy place. And I know you've been working with a lot of the kids, the students and so forth.
Yes. Well, it's kind of funny because, almost a month ago now, it seems like 3 weeks ago, all the other schools were starting, and now, this week is Broken Bow's turn.
Yes.
And it just feels like, the beginning of the semester lasted a month, which is great. But just really busy. I spent the whole day yesterday up at the high school, helping students who hadn't got registered yet. And I'll be back up there for a little bit this morning, helping some more of those kids. So if your student has not talked to you as a parent yet about registering, or they haven't mentioned it, just ask them, because they might have done so already, or they might need a reminder to do so. So for Broken Bow students, for the classes that would have started on technically Tuesday of this week, they have until next Friday to make any changes there. And that's kind of a generic statement. There's always some differences in add drop dates depending on when classes start. So check the syllabus for sure, but if you have to make any changes, any additions or drops, or if your student has changed their high school schedule and they need to make changes there, then we need to make sure that we get those done before next week. So, like I said, I'll be up at the high school today, and then back down to the college for the rest of the day, and then back at it next week. So, yeah, here we go.
Here we go. It continues.
Yeah, I've had a few questions about, is it too late to get into a class? I mean, I hate to say yes, but yeah, it kind of is at this point. We do have sometimes we have some classes that start late, and that is the case this semester. We have classes that start on September 15th. The problem is they're full. So, which is a good thing, but not good if you've neglected getting registered for a class. So at this point, you're probably looking for spring, but look at that as a bonus, as a benefit to you, that you get all this time to make a plan and make a plan for how you're going to pay for it, or your schedule, or getting off work, or if you're a high school student, for, just how it's going to fit into your day. So
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Full steam ahead in that arena. And of course, there's other things that happen at Mid-Plains as well on the adult side of things.
Yes, absolutely. We have a lot of things going on at the college, and this time of year just gets dominated by our early entry students and students registering, but we haven't forgot about the rest of our schedule, and that will be coming soon. We have a postcard that is coming out probably in about 2 weeks with some of our classes that we have going on the rest of the semester, and we'll start talking about those next week. But I do have an important announcement.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, breaking news.
I know. Well, the first part of it's kind of sad news, but the second part of it is an opportunity news. So the sad news is our custodian is retiring at the college. Yes. Now, if you've been out to the college and know who our custodian is, it's Dan Osmond.
Yes. I knew that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dan has cleaned out at the college for us. This would be Sheriff Osmond that we're talking about.
Yeah.
He has cleaned out at the college for us for years, actually.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, it started with his son, Buddy. Started a little cleaning company when he was in high school. And Buddy started cleaning for us. And then when he went off to college, we were probably going to start looking for somebody new, and Dan said, well, I'll just step in and do it. And I think he kind of likes the quiet.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, he comes out and puts his earbuds in and cleans at night, and kind of runs his own schedule there. But he told me yesterday he's got a lot of irons in the fire, and so we don't want to lose him as the sheriff. So I suppose we'll have to give him up as the custodian at Mid-Plains Community College.
Wow. Well, I can understand that nice change of pace.
Yes.
Like you say, quiet and just something. It's kind of like mowing the lawn. When you get done, you go, that looks better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's no criminals running around and there's nobody arguing with you.
No court
and-
cases to stand through. and-
yeah, I suppose it's kind of serene at there. But the opportunity part then, of course, is we're going to be looking for a new custodian. So as I mentioned, Dan always came in and cleaned at night. Now, that's not always the way that it has to go. If it's really I'm going to say the most flexible schedule there is, because you're going to set your own schedule. We have lists, of daily, weekly, monthly tasks, and as long as those things are done, that's what we're looking for, is somebody who is flexible, able to work independently, without supervision, because you're likely going to be there when no one else is there, and just a thorough person that likes looking at getting a good job done and being satisfied with that. So that's what we're looking for. You don't have to be a professional cleaner, although we would love to talk to you if you were. But it could just be something for somebody to earn a little bit extra money every month. So if this is something that interests you, or you think you might be interested in doing some cleaning for us, we're probably looking at about 15 to 20 hours a month. I mean, it's really not, it's definitely not a full-time position, maybe 5 hours a week. We'll say that. And if that's something that interests you, please give us a call at the college, and we can talk about pay. We do pay hourly, and we'd love to find that next person who would love to make our building sparkle.
Yeah. Now, one question I would have, if they're out there thinking, hey, I might be interested in that, but I don't have commercial cleaning equipment, or I don't have my own high quality vacuum and all that sort of thing. Is the things that they need to use provided?
Everything is provided.
Okay.
We have a commercial vacuum. We supply all of the cleaning supplies. You really just get into the closet, clean the building, and I think the way Dan does it is he really kind of schedules it in days. So like one day might be the bathroom day, one might be classroom day, like that. Okay. So extremely flexible. A great opportunity to earn, just a little bit of extra money every month.
Cash, yeah.
Yeah. So give us a call. Our phone number at the college is 872-5259. I'd love to talk about the pay and the schedule and find someone great to come make our place sparkle.
All right, Casey. Anything else?
I think that about covers it for this week. Again, if you have not talked to your student about registering, or if you're a student and you're listening, you probably should be in class right now. But if you're not, and you haven't seen me yet, and you haven't registered for classes, make sure you do that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you
very much. Here's John Hyatt. theme today is old. Old is a good thing. And there's an example.
Yeah.
My old friend. It doesn't ever get old stopping by and visiting with Stan at the Whiskey Barrel. It's a little abusive at times, but it never gets old. Stan's a lot of fun, and he's got a great crew that works for him 7 days a week. They're open for you at the Whiskey Barrel, and Stan features everyday low prices. No glitzy specials, just everyday low prices. And he'd love to have you stop by and pick up a pop or a cold beer. And by the way, if you do, and you have a cooler with you and you make a purchase, ice is free to put in your cooler. But remember, you're likely warming up your beverage when you put it into the ice because their coolers are on the edge of freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Stan's very particular about that. I'd even call him, no, I'm not going to. Because then I'd have to, and then I'd catch, when I went back in sometime, he would say, hey, I heard you did this, I heard you.
Mm-hmm.
It's never good in radio if they don't hear it themselves and somebody else tells them what you said.
Yeah.
That's about as mad as I've had anybody at me over the years was, hey, I heard what you, somebody told me what you said last week, so I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
But I am going to pass this little rumor around.
Oh, okay.
It's a great place to shop. Prices are fair, and you'll have fun while you're there. Whiskey Barrel.
That was well said.
Thank you.
You should write that down. That could go into an ad.
You'll have
That's
to
very
remember it
good.
because I won't.
Yeah, well, guess what? I can't really remember exactly how you said it now either. Hey, here's a job opportunity for you. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for an entry-level highway construction technician to join their team in Broken Bow. Experience is preferred, but it's not necessary. NDOT will train the right person to conduct on-site construction inspection and survey for transportation projects. At the NDOT, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They do provide training and career development. They have advancement opportunities available, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, you need to go online because an online state application must be completed. So go to this website if you're interested. Go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Here's Hank Jr. with some old habits.
goodness.
It's very exciting. There are guests in the studio that we've been promising you for a while now. We're going to be visiting with Jessica Gibbons, who is kind of heading up, I think, the Inclusive Playground Fund Drive. She's also an educator. And Scotty Ross and her daughter Meadow is here.
Nice.
And Scotty, of course, heads up the Custer County Economic Development Corporation. And I'm so excited because we've been wanting to be involved in raising money for the Inclusive Playground and have done some of that, but really didn't know all the details. And Jessica has taken time from her busy schedule, and Scotty and Meadow with theirs, to visit with us about it this morning. And so I'm very, very excited about that.
Good.
And the reason I have two headsets on is I'm getting set to go outside for the first segment in the 9 o'clock hour and introduce the ladies to some of the gourds.
All right.
And show them our gourd patch to see we're serious, so they can see we're serious about it.
Yes.
And then we'll come into the studio and sit down. So that's the plan.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan.
All right. And I'm excited. It's fun. And I may not win the lottery, but if I do, I want them to know that just consider the Inclusive Playground a done deal.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, that would be great.
If I could win that $1.5 billion or whatever it is now, no problem. We'll put a fancy Inclusive Playground in.
Yeah, man, if you won the lottery, you could probably put a roof over. You could make it enclosed maybe even.
Yeah, put a swimming pool beside it.
Man, oh man. That way weather conditions wouldn't even be an issue.
Right on. Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, realistically, odds of that happening are very low.
Yes. So we're gonna keep going with the gourds.
Going with the gourds, see if we can raise a little money and have some fun, and most importantly, just try to get this on people's minds so we can get this job done.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, have a little fun with gourds.
Yeah.
I've never grown gourds before, and it's been fantastic. If I could get a hold of Amanda at the USDA office and get some help, that would be nice, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because Brent gives me that. I'm going to the island. As a matter of fact, he's coming off the island to reduce my enthusiasm to call Amanda.
Well, you've talked to her once already.
Yeah, I just felt like, we were tight, and I don't think I communicated very well with her that day. I think it's on me. And I just wanted a second chance, but now I don't get it. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. This morning's tepid jobs numbers are triggering predictions the Fed will finally cut interest rates. The Labor Department says employers added a measly 22,000 positions in August. That compares to 73,000 the month before. Economist Diane Swang.
This is a labor market that is hard for those who have already lost a job to find a job, and people are not moving around a lot. Healthy churn is not there.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger on some of the sector's hardest hit.
Federal workers down 15,000 in August, and in fact, federal government employment is now down 97,000 since peaking in January of this year.
Unemployment rose from 4.2 to 4.3%. The jobs count the first since President Trump fired the Bureau's commissioner, claiming July's numbers were rigged. Many analysts expect the new report will prompt the Fed to make a move when it meets later this month. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. Plus, receive 2 times O Rewards points. Limits apply. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
The first game of the NFL's regular season had a little bit of everything, including a weather delay as the Eagles defeated the Cowboys 24-20. But before the first snap, Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter was ejected for unsportsmanlike conduct after he spit on Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott. Video later surfaced showing that Prescott spit in the direction of Carter first.
I probably spit 1,000 times throughout the game. I mean, especially game day, maybe even in general. It's something I guess I'm not proud of. But in that case, he was trolling, I guess you could say, trying to mess with Tyler Booker. I was just looking at him. I was right here by the two linemen, and guess I needed to spit, and I wasn't going to spit on my lineman, and I just spit ahead.
Saquon Barkley had 18 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown in the win. In baseball, the Pirates topped the Dodgers 5-3 to complete the three-game sweep. Yankees beat the Astros 8-4, and the Rays extended their winning streak to 7 after defeating the Guardians 4-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Mainly clear today with daytime highs approaching 67. Northwesterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, lows around 40. Ample sunshine expected tomorrow, high of 70. A blend of clouds and sun Sunday with a high of 73. 79 Monday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
RTA's Hardware is your connection for projects large to small. But there's so much more than hardware. Visit them for grills, smokers, home decor, countertop appliances, and outdoor living items, in addition to what you need for your projects. RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow.
Currently at our studios, temperature now at 52 degrees. Skies are mostly cloudy this morning with winds out of the north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Barometer at 30.09 and the humidity is 69%. High in Broken Bow yesterday hit 76 with the low dropping to 50. Our sunset for this evening is scheduled for 8:04, and our precipitation total for the opening few days of September showing 2/100ths of an inch recorded thus far for the month here at our studios. 9:03 is the time. Brent with you here in the studio. We're going to go outside now in the 9 o'clock hour as Dave Burney is there. I'm going to take a chance here. Looks like we're kind of having a little trouble with our signal here this morning, so I don't know if Dave is there or not. We're going to try this and see if our signal holds while Dave is outside, as he has some special guests with him who are viewing the Gourds for Good patch here at the radio station. Let's see if Dave is there. Dave, good morning to you. Are you there?
These are great, guys.
We are here, yes. And we are set outside here. We got Jessica Gibbons with me. Jessica, thanks for coming.
Of course.
Scotty, how you doing?
Good morning, I'm good.
And Meadows here.
It's nice to see you with this rig and you're not chasing people down on the street. You actually asked our permission first. I appreciate that.
That is unusual. I'm sorry. We are here out by the gourd patch, and we planted this in early June in hopes to make some money for the inclusive playground. And we're going to go in the studio in a moment where it's warmer because Meadow's a little chilly, and get more details on where we're at on this. But I wanted to show you the patch because sometimes in radio you can make things real and they're not really real. So I wanted you to see that it is really happening here. And so here's the patch. What do you think?
It looks great. I'm impressed.
Oh, good.
And the weather really it feels like fall.
Yeah, it does feel like fall this morning. Mostly I wanted to show you Gordy, G. Gord. And if you'll follow me this way, I think you can see Gordy. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the sibling beside, I believe that's Gerald, but I'm not sure on that. But Gordy I spotted Gordy right off he was the firstborn here in the patch.
Okay.
And I think he's going to be worth a lot of money when it comes auction time, or however. We're not sure how we're going to do this yet.
Not sure yet? Okay,
no.
I was going to ask.
But, yeah, now those are huge. You know what kind of gourds those are?
What are they?
There's 2 or 3 of them. They are gigantic. I'm not sure what they are. We had a variety pack we put in there.
Oh, okay.
And some birdhouse. And then over here, you'll see down in there, you'll see the green ones with warts on them. Kind of, can you see those?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those back in there.
Oh yeah, very unique.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are most popular, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And then you can see what happened is as it spread out, it just started growing down the barbed wire fence there.
And into your neighbors there, too.
Yeah. And those gourds are kind of a bright yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to have some product to sell to make some money for the inclusive playground.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet. Well, it's been fun for us. And as I said, Scotty, there's been a lot of things that we've done on the radio. I've flown a helicopter and crashed over near Arnold and was missing for 3 days, for an example. And it was all radio drama. But this is real.
Folks, we can attest to it. We are standing in front of it right now.
Okay.
And next year, probably a pumpkin patch with the hay rides and everything, right?
Well, we could get permission to do hay rack rides out here on the driving range.
There you go.
There you are. You're a marketer.
All right, I'll bring you a tractor. We'll do it.
Okay. We're going to go back inside, folks. It's a little breezy out here and a little cool for Meadow and for all of us, actually. This air feels fall-like, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
Now, do you know anything about when to harvest gourds?
I don't, but I always say, after Labor Day, I am ready to start decorating for fall.
Okay. I better get after it then. But Gordy's still a little green. I don't know if he's going to stay green or I don't know.
I would ask Rick Moss. I think he knows everything to do with green thumb things. So
okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming out with me. Let's go back in the studio. And I think Brent has Lake Street Dive Good Together queued. That's our theme song for doing good with gourds. So that'll be playing. We'll get set up in the studio.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, guys.
I know I'm not the first one to sweep you off your feet, but I believe we can make it. You know, back where I came from, they're coming after me. With you, I think of escaping, and if you stay by my side.
Good Together, Lake Street Dive. Yes, gourds for good. All right, we're in the studio now. Brent, thanks for getting us on the air. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, glad you were able to go outside and take a look at the gourd patch.
It's beautiful.
It's a little cool out there this morning, I would say, and a little breezy, but I thought Gordy looked good. Don't you think so, Scotty?
I think so, yes.
And
his brother.
His little brother there.
Lots of unique gourds,
Yes.
for sure.
Well, thanks for putting up with me. I appreciate it. I like to have fun and hopefully do good things at the same time. So I don't know how much money we will raise selling gourds, but we're going to do our best. And I also have some money here for you from some earlier donations that we had during Fair and Crazy Days, I think. So you can take that with you when you go. I think there's a couple $100 there.
Wow.
And
Fabulous. You have been very supportive of our project. We appreciate it.
well, we want to talk more about it because I've been promoting it without much knowledge, which is nothing new. Brent would tell you that's not anything real new, but I wondered about your goals, what they are, and where you're at, and some things like that, if you wouldn't mind. And
Absolutely. Yeah, I can give you a little overview. We started this probably about a year ago. We're a subcommittee of our local PTA, and since then I've brought some more people onto our committee, including Scotty Ross, who is here with us today. She kind of helps us with that community side of things. And we our goal is just to create some new play spaces at our elementary school and within our community for all children to be able to access and play.
Yeah, and I think what really kind of gets people jacked up is that it makes it so that anybody can play alongside anyone else, no matter what the circumstances, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Our current equipment is just not very accessible to all children. So our new playground has surfacing that, wheelchairs can access. It will have ramps and equipment for kids to inclusively play together.
Yeah.
Just like you think about the merry-go-round being set at ground level so that kids that are wheelchair bound can go on the merry-go-round. That's something that they've never experienced before. And
Yeah, and I love the idea that that youngster that's in that wheelchair pulls up beside somebody who is not in a wheelchair, and maybe they get to know each other a little bit, maybe a little more interaction than that existing playground provides, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, Jessica, goal-wise, playground equipment is outrageously expensive. What's your goal, and where are you at on it?
Yeah, so playground equipment in general is expensive. And then when you put that inclusive name on things, obviously that price tag goes up. We want to be very transparent with the community because we've had fabulous support from the community. Our overall number, and remember, we are putting together 2 playgrounds, essentially. I think people don't quite understand that, but at North Park, we have 2 locations. The one side is really geared toward the early childhood. So that would be, preschool through maybe first grade. And then the other side is your upper elementary, which is anywhere from kindergarten to 5th grade. Okay. So we have 2 locations. Each location, the equipment alone is probably about $250,000, roughly.
And gulp, that's a lot of money, but it's not unusual for, we've saw other communities have fund drives for playground equipment. I remember when Callaway did theirs, and it was a lot of money, and you thought, I don't know if they're going to make that, and they did, and you will.
Yeah.
And I know Scotty got a little one here. That's it's a Meadows. I can see her on playground equipment right now, having fun with all kids, and I know it's important to you too.
Yes, very much so. I've got one that graduated just a couple of years ago, and then I've got one that's just getting started in the school system. And last week we hosted the lieutenant governor here in town, and he talked about a good measure of the health of a community is what they're putting back into their schools. So not only what's going on at the middle school, high school, but the amount of support that is for this project in our community, the people who are behind it and support it, I just think it speaks volumes to, I mean, the people are willing to invest in the future of this community.
Yeah. Brent, jump in any time over there if you have any questions. I don't want to put you in the corner too far.
Well, you're very kind. I guess one of the questions I had was the plan for the playground as far as implementing it. Is it a plan that kind of goes in stages, or is it just, hey, we're just going to collect all the money and when we're ready to go, we're just going to build it as we see the finished product?
Yeah, that's a great question. And initially when we started, we talked, what if we just, replace pieces of equipment here and there? And then when we kind of did a little bit more research and talked to, some playground companies, if we want to do the surfacing that we want, which is kind of a poured rubber surfacing, it's best to install that equipment and then put that surfacing there to make it a little bit more permanent.
Okay, good.
So you need to do the whole
Ideally,
transition.
we'd love to do them, yeah. And we could do, one playground at a time. However, all the equipment is the same,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all over 10 years old, and so we'd love to replace it all at one time.
Yeah. It's not
And
like,
it's not getting any cheaper.
Yeah, we won't.
That's what we talked about
Yeah.
when we toured the high school is, if we could have done it 5 years sooner. Or he talks about the cost of the new track when we did it versus now. I mean, it felt like a lot of money then, but now it'd be over $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So
Never goes down.
No.
Does it? Give for Custom County and some other fundraisers you've had have provided some funding for this project. And I know, Jessica, you appreciated what Scotty and the Economic Development Group has done for you.
And Deb McCaslin with the Rotary, they are always kind of our cheerleaders too. They've
Yeah.
been huge with helping plan kind of some bigger events, and just we can always count on them for volunteers if we need them. And talk about how much we've raised just this summer.
Yeah, so currently we have raised $105,000. Just this summer, we've raised $21,000 is what we raised.
Isn't that amazing?
That's great.
So I feel like we're gaining momentum, and we just want people to know that we are always actively fundraising.
We're going through this year quickly. We're almost we're already talking about Christmas, for heaven's sakes, here on the Breakfast Show. And if time flies by, but when we
You
get
said a word that made Meadow perk up over here a little bit.
You like Christmas, Meadow? I bet you do. I guess what I'm getting at here is we're getting towards the end of the year. And I know that the foundation, Custer County Foundation, sees a lot of the money coming in that time of year due to people making donations and the tax benefits there and so forth. So this last few months of the year, Jessica, are kind of important. I think if people are thinking about making a donation, I hope they'll consider the Inclusive Playground as a benefactor.
Yeah, I'd love to highlight some of our upcoming fundraisers that we have going on. We are currently selling T-shirts. And I guess I want people to know that we're really trying to support our local businesses with a lot of our fundraisers. We're really trying to keep as much local as we can. Obviously, we have to, look at costs sometimes, but with the community pouring into this project, we want to pour back into those local businesses. So with our T-shirt sales, that's through RD Designs with Riley Daffer at the foundation. She makes those shirts for us. Hazel and James with Faith Thomas. She's going to get together with us and create some bead charms that can go on, that can be personalized. We're going to kind of do that during homecoming week. They can go on, sports bags and things like that. And then Geared for Sports, Scott helped us with some stadium seats. So we're selling those as well.
All right. That's what's going on available now. If somebody wants to just make a donation rather than a purchase, what's the best way to do that?
Everything's through a Custer County Foundation. So you can go right into the office and make a donation there.
Okay. All right.
And we've also structured it to where you can sponsor a piece of equipment.
Oh, okay.
So, if you'd like, I'm sure we'll do plaques or something to recognize those equipment sponsors. So, if that's an easier way for your business to maybe identify what your donation would be, that's a great way to do it.
Okay. All right. Wow. That's impressive. Already over $100,000, and your goal is $250. And you feel like momentum's picking up a little bit on this?
Yeah, I do. I think the more people that are aware of, what we're doing, and I think it really has picked up.
Okay. All right. Scotty, Maddo, thanks for coming and seeing us. Okay.
Hey guys, but before you go, I hope I'm right on this. If I'm not, correct me. But it is North Park Elementary School, but this playground equipment won't be just for school kids during school time.
Right.
Correct? I mean,
Right.
I think that's important to make people aware that this really is a community playground in a way, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We wanted to place it at the elementary school so that it could be used, for more children. But it will be accessible to all of Custer County.
And physical therapists, and it can be used beyond just recess. Absolutely.
Good point. Good point. So weekends and so forth, people will be able to walk on and use it, and after school hours and that sort of thing. So good question. Yeah. All right. Jessica, for those who don't know, you are an educator, correct?
Yeah, I'm actually Meadows' teacher.
Ah. That's a good thing, Maddo. So that would be preschool?
Yep, I teach preschool.
Preschool. All right. Well, God bless you.
It's been a busy week.
Thanks for taking time to come out and see us. And if there's anything else we can do to help promote this, we certainly want to offer the station to you guys to promote it at any time or in any way. If you have other things coming up, or if you want to kind of jot down those things that you're doing right now and let us know, we can post that on Sandhills and mention it here on the Breakfast Show for you and keep people's minds on getting this job done.
That's so appreciated. Thank you guys so much.
You bet.
Yeah, thanks
You
for your
bet.
support.
Loving it. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for coming out. We can be good together. About what's left to cover here on the Breakfast Shows, because I'm so darn excited I don't even know where I'm at hardly.
That's all right. We do have a couple of things that we want to remind people about. First off Broadway assisted and independent living is looking for someone to fill the job of part-time marketing. Come join a supportive and welcoming team dedicated to providing exceptional care to our residents. For more information, call 308-872-2522. You can talk to Julie about the position or stop in person at 403 South First Avenue at their facility to pick up an application. Become a valued member of a team that makes a difference every day at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living. Again, looking for someone to fill the position of part-time marketing at Off-Broadway here in Broken Bow. Also, if you're looking for an opportunity maybe to get out of town or whatever and go have a delicious bite to eat, don't forget about the Spur in Dunning. And we'll give you today's lunch special at the Spur. It's a hearty bowl of chili soup with burger buffet, salad bar, and dessert. Now, the Saturday lunch is Cook's Choice. So be surprised on Saturday, and then Saturday night at the Spur in Dunning, their famous prime rib dinner. On Sunday, they'll be open as well. Bring the family in for their full buffet on Sunday. The kitchen's open until 10 p.m. You can call 538-2251 or just stop in. Daily lunch specials and Saturday evening favorites. You'll always come hungry and leave happy at the Spur in Dunning. You'll find them right off Highway 2.
All right. Does that take care of all of our business activities?
That is the business on the sheet that we had to take care of today.
Well, I feel like we did a pretty good job on the business. I don't feel like we fulfilled our monkey business quota, but we've always got Monday.
Yes, we do.
So we'll get back with
and the
some
day
monkey
after
business.
that, and the day after that, and the day after that.
As long as you'll put up with us, we'll do some monkey business on the show, and certainly love the people who come in, both for good efforts like the one you just heard about, the Inclusive Playground, or the businesses out there who offer their products and services. They're our partners, and we only want to have them, I'll be honest with you, we only want to have them spend money with us to pay our bills if we're doing something to improve their business, to send people their way. So, or products and services or whatever it is, it's got to be a win-win for everybody. And certainly over the years here at Custer Public Power, Custer County Broadcasting have been wonderful partnerships with different businesses over the years.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming up on our anniversary again.
Oh, man. Really? Yeah, I guess so. It's the month of September.
Yes.
So what? I've lost track of the years.
It'll be 76 years of broadcasting.
76 this year. Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's also my wife and I's anniversary, which was always caused a few problems over the years because seems like something's always going on September 28th, but that's the date that we went on the air, that the station went on the air.
Yeah.
In 1949.
49, yeah. Wow.
So anyway, let's look at, it's 9:30. We'll quit on time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How boring.
Yes, kinda. Have a good weekend.